Hi, I'm Delegate Bob Marshal, Republican running for the United States Senate on June 12th of this year. I'd like to let you know about a statute that I got passed, which was a response to an action that took place December of last year in the National Defense Authorization Act. In that bill, which the President signed, which he said he wouldn't use these powers, is something that really shouldn't have been allowed. Congress authorized the President, this President or any other President, to declare any American citizen in the United States to be subject to what's called preventive detention. That means without a warrant or without charges from a grand jury, you can be detained, taken off the streets. You won't be given any specific charges. You won't be given access to an attorney. You won't be given the knowledge as to who your accuser is, and you can be held indefinitely. This basically amounts to a suspension of habeas corpus in violation of Amendment 6 of the United States Constitution and provisions of the state constitution of Virginia. I decided that Virginia should not participate in this, and we have the constitutional authority to say, federal government, it's your law, you enforce it, we're not going to be part of it. The U.S. Supreme Court has in fact agreed that states do not have to become administrative agencies of the federal government. Well, I introduced this bill, House Bill 1160. It passed the House, it passed the Senate, it went back and forth. It had more lives than Lazarus coming back from the dead or from a funeral parlor. Eventually, the governor and I did agree on some amendments to deal with these joint task forces. But again, there will be no participation by any Virginia agency in taking people off the streets. It's the federal government's law. They can enforce it. We should not be out here depriving our citizens of their liberty without constitutional due process. James Madison said that there's a reason why there's a treason provision in the United States Constitution. It very clearly defines what treason is, and it doesn't let the chief executive, in their experience, it was the King of England, would simply define his political enemies as committing treason. There are ways to handle, either through criminal charges or a charge of treason, those Americans who are disloyal and who aid our enemies. Doing what was done here is not the proper way to do it. We're going to lose not just our liberty in the pursuit of security, we may lose a lot more. Again, I'm Bob Marshal. I do hope that you will consider voting for me because I'm out here protecting your liberties. As a state delegate, I can do it even in a bigger way as your United States Senator. Please vote for me June 12th and look at my website, bobmarshall2012.com. Thank you very much. I'm Bob Marshal. I'm running for the U.S. Senate, and I approve this message.